Hi YouTube, it's Lena, and I'm here today with makeup I've hit pan on. This is my 11th one. I don't know if I've actually started a playlist for this or not, but if there's a playlist, I will link it down below, and if there is, just the videos, I will link all of those down below. I think I might have made a playlist the last time I did one of these because I was up to like 10, but I have what appears to be 12 new pans. Mostly eyeshadow, but not all. Couple of different things in here, and literally one I hit today as of filming, which is October 4th. So, let's get started. First on, let's see, March 21st, I managed to hit pan in Junkie in my Urban Decay Spectrum palette. That was a long time ago. I'm honestly a little bit late on filming this. It's just a little pan, but little pan still counts. Let's see. On April the 2nd, from my Pan That palette, I managed to hit pan and Drive. Here's what it originally looked like. And I wanted to throw in a picture because I have since mixed Drive and styling together, and I actually hit pan in that pan again, but there is that. Next, on May the 19th, I hit pan in the ColourPop's My Little Pony palette in the shade Applejack. This was in my original Throwback 30 project pan. And that took me ages to hit pan on. These suckers are packed in, and I used that as a blush multiple times too. So, that one took me some ages. Next, I'm gonna go ahead and talk about both the pans I hit in here just because, I don't feel like lifting it up again, but on May 22nd, I hit pan in a concealer palette. I hit pan in this green shade in this Bella Pierre palette, and as you can see, pan is now huge. I will actually probably finish that shade by the end of the year. And on June 28th, I hit pan in the orange shade, and it has expanded quite a bit, but I don't think I'll finish that one by the end of the year. I've figured out ways to make it work, but it's a little too dark for me, so I can't use as much of it. But I think I could use it well enough to use it up. I have nothing that I can use the purple for. I've always meant to try it as like a eyeshadow base, and I just haven't, but hopefully eventually I do that, see if maybe I can find a way to use it, but honestly, if I just use up the two shades, I'm not super worried about the third. And next, for my Rebel Rouge palette, I actually have 3 pans in here. I think I talked about one before, so let me just talk about the other 2. But on June the 20th, I hit pan on Zoanthropic, this green shade right here. I only bought this palette last year, and I've hit pan in 3 shades. I think that's pretty amazing. I've put them in project pans, but I put them in project pans because I love this palette, and I want a good excuse to use it. And on, what is this? July the 11th, I managed to hit pan and Electrocute right here. And I've actually been craving a red shade lately, so I need to actually set this aside on my vanity so that I can remember to use that. Let's see. Next, on July 4th, I hit pan in the Lorac Mega Pro 4 shade Lavender. Here's what it looked like when I first hit pan. And this is actually a spoiler for my, 50 Shades of Purple, but I actually finished it. So, really needed to pull out a picture for that one because it's now gone. But I just used this as like a set my eyeshadow primer type shade. That one wasn't too hard to hit. It was not hard at all to hit pan on. Lorac shadows are pretty easy to hit pan on, even the matte ones. They tend to go pretty quickly because I used that up at the end of September from hitting pan on July the 4th. And honestly, not wearing a ton of makeup this past summer, so. And next, on the 28th of July, I managed to originally hit pan on my L'Oreal Hit Pigment Charmed Duo in the lighter shade. I have actually since expanded the pan quite a bit. This is in my, what's it called? Graveyard Project pan. So I'd love to use this up by the end of the month, but I don't think that's gonna happen. But I might be able to use it up by the end of the year. So as long as it gets out by the end of the year, that's really what I care about. And I didn't write down the date that I hit pan on this, unfortunately, but I hit pan on the bronzer shade in my Physicians Formula Bronze Boosting Trio, whatever it's called, but this is what it looks like now. It's honestly almost done. But I figured I have this out, I might as well show it. I didn't write it down on my list for some reason. I think I thought I would have finished it by now, by the time I got to filming it, so I just didn't bother, but if I can figure out the date I hit pan on it, I'll put it in, but I have no idea. And finally, like I said, this is another spoiler for the Throwback 30 I'm doing this year, but literally today, I hit pan in the shade Amazed in my Ulta Avengers palette. I literally used this twice. I used this the other day and I used it today. Now this had progress on it, but I didn't realize it was that much. Now, these shades are really loose, so it's not that hard to hit pan in these, but I thought I had further to go. So I was just like, what the frick? But that kind of, reminded me, hey, I should film this. But just, lots of pans to show you guys. Figured I'd finally sit down and film it. But that is all. Thank you guys for tuning in. As always, I do really appreciate it, and hopefully I will see you later. Bye!